I can't tell what's worse. You guys thinking Lupe was that nice, or you guys thinking Daigo was that whack? Damn, we firing shots already? Damn!
Couldn't look away from the train wreck. You can blame it on the tech or the disrespect. Before you play, better button check. Button check.
What is up, Button Check family? Welcome back to yet again a beautiful morning. That's right, we are filming, what is we, 3 for 3 right now, something like that. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Chapters down below if you want to skip around to a certain subject. And to say the least, we got a hot one. We got a damn hot one today. And you know what else is a hot one? This subscribe button right here. Why don't you hit that subscribe button, hit that like, that comment, all that good stuff. Because the more you do that, the more we do this. And we just growing as a family. Anyway, without further ado, ladies and gents, let's check these buttons. Let's go. All right, now into them first set of buttons, these set of buttons that need to be checked. As the time I'm filming this, I don't know if this is going to be the only story today or if we got other stuff to talk about because this alone is hot. Okay, so I just want to lay it out real quick. I don't know exactly which message, which tweet set this story off first. I kind of came in the middle. A lot of people tagged me in this story, so I want to thank y'all for the love. Of course, I'm going to show you on the screen. Thank you guys. So many people, so many DMs. Thank you for the amazing love. So with that being said, I'm just going to kind of start where I, entered into the story. We'll cover both sides. Y'all get the picture. Okay, so it starts right here with NYC or NY Chris G. Y'all know Chris G, right? Profile on the screen. Apparently, somehow, he got in it with some rap superstars over the last day or so. Shit is bonkers, all right? So let's just get at it right here. So starts right here. He posted this the other day saying, I think we need to move past the gassing up of artists and celebrities and stuff and start talking about real skill and real skill. And by real skill, what I mean is if there was a 1st to 20 and I spotted someone 19 games, who could legitimately beat me one game? Okay, gets even more interesting right here because FGC Fly Guy responds saying, don't let Lupe find out. Chris G responds saying, look, we all know what it's like to have people go easy on us, bowling, pool, Scrabble, whatever, especially when you know that the person is the god of that particular thing. I would hope Lupe knew. Fly Guy responds saying he might have to come out of retirement and beat you. Okay, so then somehow, in some way, I don't know if it was like during this or right after, but it was around the same time, Waka Flocka, right? Profile on the screen, I'll put that. Y'all know who the hell Waka Flocka is. If you don't, now you do. Anyway, he wrote this saying, how y'all not know I'm nice with FGC games? Don't nobody want to smoke. Chris G responds saying, I know you're not nice because you wrote FGC games. I don't care if you're a Chris G fan or if you're not, that shit was funny. Chris G responds around the same time saying, I know a lot of rappers like to say they're nice in fighting games, but on the real, is there a rapper that's actually nice in fighting games? I'd love to know. Now it's about that time where we gotta put that scuba gear on because we's about to go deeper. Right here, Chris G adds to it saying, so I'ma just say this because I'm starting to think there are people out there who seriously believe it was real. Y'all know Daigo let Lupe win, right? Seriously though, I can't tell what's worse. You guys thinking Lupe was that nice or you guys thinking Daigo was that whack? Damn, we firing shots already? Damn! Okay, so check this out. Believe it or not, it gets even deeper because Lupe, right? Lupe Fiasco. Y'all know the man, if you are who you say you are, a superstar. Y'all know Lupe. He was the gentleman, if you recall, had that match, right, with Street Fighter V when it was first dropping against Daigo. And then apparently he beat Daigo and he celebrated, right? Mike Ross was there. It was kind of like an introduction to the game for us. It almost was like a symbol in a way to show people that even newcomers have a chance to be good at the new version of Street Fighter. And if we recall, if you weren't there, but I could tell you that a lot of people at the time were like, was it staged? How the hell, it didn't look like Daigo was trying, or maybe he was, maybe he simply didn't know Street Fighter V. There was a lot of questions. Anyway, so Lupe sees this, what's going on with Chris G. He responds. At some point, he deletes. Now, let me tell you this, he responds a lot, so we'll get that in a second. But before that, his initial tweets, apparently he deleted them for some reason. People took a screenshot. Right here, you can see Satchmo took a screenshot, so it's only part, but we'll read the part that, we could read. And of course, I'll put his profile on the screen if I haven't already, but Lupe responds right here saying, it's sizzling in they punk ass souls. Tags Chris G, ain't been competitive in nothing for years. I played one game and entered the FGC history books. Funny part is, I was a Chris G fan. fuck this dude now. He said, fuck this dude now, though. Oh, and he posted this one too saying, first of all, Daigo did not let me win shit. Second of all, it wasn't Evo Grand Finals. It was definitely a real match, and this whole ass shade needs to stop. Just cause Umahara-san was FDACing. I think he switched the A with the D because it's supposed to be F-A, you know what I mean. All you weak ass into Salty Town for 90 straight, I'm assuming 90 straight games or something like that. So Chris G then takes that in response saying, this is how you know this man knows literally nothing and it's cool. You clearly weren't a fan if you don't know how much I still win. On the other hand, I still like your music though. Look man, it's cool. You're not nice in Street Fighter and Daigo didn't try to win. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if anything, it's better for the scene. If I was you, I wouldn't have even responded, but here we are, what now? Then of course you got the FGC kind of responding to that. Others are like, yo, why don't you just money match? I noticed somebody by the name, what is this, put Oni in Street Fighter 6. You cowards, says Lupe won't play for money. I tried that at Combo Breaker and he said, I don't got nothing to prove. I fuck with Lupe, but it's funny to see him get pressed like he is. Everyone knows it wasn't legit win over Daigo. And you kind of see a lot about, you know, in the comments. Now on Chris G's side, because they're the ones like responding under Chris G's thread saying something similar, like we can't believe he thought it was a legit win. Because it looked like, you know, Daigo wasn't trying or that he kind of threw the match. So apparently, you know, Lupe goes in even further. Chris G posted this saying, K just got up, little hungover, open Twitter as expected. Lupe doubled down after deleting everything last night. Then see Waka type at me too. Now since I'll be at the DMV this morning, I got time to read everything. Other people adding to this saying, Lupe is a perfect example of why you never ever sandbag, especially against non-FGC people. Simply destroy them and make them feel like they want to quit when they acknowledge the ocean of work that separates you. Okay, then we see kind of Lupe adding on to that later on saying, lastly, Chris G stepping back down into fan role of fighting games as a whole. At local and minor events, you straight beast, but at a fully international attended major, you are food. Your name doesn't ring bells and the young killers took your shine. I see at some point Aliyun responds saying, what's going on? I guess he just signed on to Twitter. Lupe actually responds to that too saying, yeah man, Chris G got all extracurricular with my name regarding Street Fighter matters above his depth, and I promptly replied in NLBC flavored cologne that I hadn't seen his bum ass in grand finals of a high caliber competition in anything in years. That's all. Then I saw somebody, I guess, point out like some of Chris G's achievements. I think when it comes to Marvel, Lupe responds saying, of course Chris got top 8 in Marvel. It's only 8 people playing that shit. Oh, damn, those were, Yep, those were buckshots. And then we wrap it up right here. I'm sure there might have been other posts, but this is the last one I saw from Lupe at the time. He posted this saying, to be honest, I can't even stay mad at that yellow bone doing anything at the level that competitive fighting game players do deserve respect. I have a lot of homies scattered around the FGC and I appreciate them too much to publicly disparage efforts of the community as a whole over homie. Getting anything at Evo or Combo Breaker or CEO is a big deal. I would just hope those folks who put in that work carry the same respect for others as we as fans respect their craft. That's it. So there it is, ladies and gents. Damn, let us definitely unpack it. I told you we had a damn whopper today. Okay, so on one hand, we got Chris G kind of pointing out what a lot of people were saying in the threads for years, right? That they thought that was fixed, that they thought it was a ploy on behalf of the devs or somebody, you know, to basically show the world, hey, Street Fighter V, everybody could be a player and you could even beat the pros. And Lupe, who is a rapper, who has been a fan, obviously, because if you don't know, he said he's been playing fighting games and been a fan of the FGC for quite some time. I don't know to what level, because I believe it wasn't until Street Fighter V that we actually really started seeing and hearing him in the scene. And he was doing the damn thing. Like, a lot of people respect him. Obviously, a lot of people respect his music. I like his music, you know what I'm saying? But that question of that match kind of always lingered in the FGC. When Chris put it out there, he read it, and obviously he took offense to it, because you saw when he won, he lost his damn mind. He was like, holy shit, I beat the GOAT. I beat Daigo. I look up to Daigo. You know what I'm saying? Which was amazing for us, because we were like, yo, this superstar of a rapper actually looks up to the same guy in our community that a lot of us look up to. We thought it was a dope moment. You know, it was kind of like the whole fucking Lil Nas X loving Sonic Fox. We talked about it just in the last video this week. I always think it's cool. Anytime we got these celebs that are down with the FGC, but we don't really know until they kind of dip their toes in and be like, hey, just so you know, I'm a fan too. It's amazing. You gotta love the love. You gotta love the love. So anyway, back to this. Lupe comes in. A lot of people think Daigo throws the match. And let's be real, because like I said, on Button Check, I like to be real as well. That's if we're not being real, what the hell is we being? So okay, when I first saw it, I also thought, because if you notice, when the match was over, Daigo was confused because Daigo was like, what? He thought he had another round. He didn't know that it was over. Wasn't it like 1st to 3 or something like that? Lupe didn't even know it was over, so he started, celebrating once they told him. So on one hand, you could say, well, maybe Daigo was just warming up and he didn't exactly know the game was over and he was gonna kick it in later, something like that. Or on the other train of thought, if you're saying that it was rigged, wouldn't that also have to mean that Daigo was in on the rigging? You know what I'm saying? That Daigo purposely threw the match? And for him to do that, wouldn't it have to be like in cahoots, for lack of a better term, with Capcom? You know what I'm saying? Like they would have to convince him to throw the match. I'm assuming, right? Because why else would he just randomly, I'm assuming, this is another assumption, that Daigo doesn't know who Lupe is since he's not kind of involved in American hip hop. Once again, an assumption. So if he didn't really know who he is, why would he purposely throw the match? These are just, like I said, questions I've always had. Like, because on one hand, let's be real, Daigo plays Lupe, Daigo beats him 99.9 times. I'm straight up. But that's not the question. The question is, what the hell happened on this match all them years ago? What was it, like 5, 6 years ago? What really happened? Did Lupe really beat him? Did Daigo really throw it? Or were people really confused and Daigo didn't know that the match was over and he was like saving some stuff to the end, or I don't know. What do y'all think? Like I said, it goes a lot of different ways. What I'm trying to say is I'm all mixed up. This is like, was the moon landing fake? The second gunman on the grass, the aliens in Roswell. This is all that shit before the FGC. What do you think really happened on that day? Let me know. And there it is, ladies and gents. Definitely let me know how you are feeling. Please like, subscribe, help the channel grow, because we love doing this and checking these buttons, especially when it is today, like today, with these shots fired, the grassroots feeling of the FGC, because at the end, we keeping it in the game. And I love Lupe's response when he's talking about, yo, I just want to squash this, basically, right, with his last post. Because basically he was saying, I just hope people carry themselves like we carry ourselves, and they respect us as we respect them. So you know what? I don't want to discredit the FGC. That was kind of dope, right? Because when you think about it, he's the superstar. He doesn't have to do any of this shit. I'm surprised he responded, period. So for him to have an attitude like that and to kind of like want to squash it, I think that's what's up. And on the flip side, I haven't seen Chris G's response yet because Lupe just posted this. So if I see one from Chris G, I'll definitely post it right here. If not, he might not have seen it at this time and I might not catch it. So I don't know what Chris G's response gonna be to Lupe's last tweet. We'll see.
What did he say?
There it is one more again. I already said that, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, all that good stuff. We'll see you soon. If not tomorrow, definitely the next day. And as always, I don't know what it is, but I know it's about to get better. Love y'all, family. Peace. Blah, blah, blah. Subscribe. Now my mind is spinning because I'm thinking about all the FGC conspiracies. You know what I'm saying? Did Lupe really win? Is LTG really nice in real life? Are Smash players really stinky? Maybe they're not. Maybe they're...